Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shaka Krakadash. Yes. They took my meat. When I was about to eat, they took his words and kicked me to the curb. They my youngins. Their children to me. Thank Yahweh for revealing it to me. Blessed is the man that does meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasoning of holy things by his understanding. He that feareth Yahweh would do good, even if he fresh out the hood. With the bread of understanding shall she feed him, and give him the water of wisdom to drink. She shall exalt him above his neighbors, and in the midst of the congregation shall she open his mouth. He shall find joy and a crown of gladness, and she shall cause him to inherit an everlasting name. But foolish men shall not attain unto her, and sinners shall not see her, for she is far from pride, and men that are liars cannot remember her. Sirach 15:9. Praise is not seemly in the mouth of a sinner, for it was not sent him of Yahweh. For praise shall be uttered in wisdom, and wisdom will prosper it, and the Lord will prosper it. Let me run that back one more time. Sirach 15:9. Praise is not seemly in the mouth of a sinner, for it was not sent him of Yahweh. For praise shall be utterly in wisdom, and the Lord Yahweh will prosper it. Say not thou, it is through the Lord Yahweh that I fell away, for thou oughtest not to do the things that he hated. So you shouldn't do the bullshit, that you're doing. You know the commandments. You know how to represent yourself, but you're going against it. So you know what the things that the Lord hated. That's why you fell away. Say not thou, he has caused me to err, for he has no need of a sinful man. The Lord Yahweh hated all abominations, and they that fear Yahweh love it not. He himself made man from the beginning, and left him in the hands of his counsel. Yes. So the Lord left him in the hands of his counsel. Yes, sir. If thou wilt to keep the commandments and to perform acceptable faithfulness, he has set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thy hand until whether thou wilt. Before man is life and death, and whether him like it shall be given him. For the wisdom of Yahweh is great, and he is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things. And his eyes are upon them that fear him, and he knoweth every work of man. He has commanded no man to do wickedly, neither has he given any man license to sin. Yeah, so the Lord haven't given you license to sin, just to do what you want to do, You're doing it of your own free will. Let us march around the city like Jericho, and watch the Lord perform his miracle. We walk by faith, not sight. Watch the Lord show his might. You have a reserved spot in the kingdom. kingdom, the chosen elect. Have you seen them? Seen them? They've been missing in action in the streets. The famine of the word. Soon. Preach. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for thou art a rebellious house. You know, so the house of Israel is a rebellious house. And when it's time for that famine of the word, the prophets are no longer going to be out here. You're no longer going to find this word. They're going to shut down the internet, cancel our videos, and all that. And you're going to look, but you're not going to find. A servant will not be corrected by words, for though he understand it, he will not answer. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, says Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of the hearing of the word of Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the words of Yahweh, and shall not find it. You know, so they gonna search the internet. You know, they gonna go to and fro. They going from the east to the west. You know, but the people's gonna shut it down. Psalms 74:9. We see not our signs. There is no more any prophets, neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. You know, so you ain't gonna see no more prophets out here, you know, preaching this word when the famine of the word comes. Because that's gonna be Jacob's trouble. When Jacob's trouble hit, it's gonna be so much hell out here that the Lord gonna pull us up out of here. 1 Samuel 3:1. And the child Samuel ministered unto Yahweh before Eli. And the words of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision. And for you to understand that, we're going to go to Proverbs 29:18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. You know, so when he said it was no open vision, you know, and then the next one came where there is no vision, the people perish, you know. So when there's no vision, you know, from the prophets coming out here telling you, the people perish, you know. It's going to be mass death out here, you know. Just think, you know, all they have to do is shut down the bus system, you know, and the bus system, and that'll tell a gang of shit, you know. If they shut down the buses, you know, people can't get to work, you know, people can't get here and there, you know. It happened in the 70s, you know. If they shut down this bus system, hell's gonna break loose. And you saw just what happened last week downtown. A man kidnapped a whole bus, you know, and drove it all the way down from the valley to downtown Los Angeles. And he killed one person that tried to be a superhero, and he killed the bus driver also, you know. They called the bus driver a hero. Hey now.
God bless you.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay. God bless you.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's these cards I'm giving out. It got Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah on there, you know. It say Brother Yawanathan on YouTube. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. So these the cards I'm giving out to people, you know, letting them know the Lord's name, because these people are lost out here. They don't know the Lord's name, They gonna try to go by that Caesar Borgia type of guy, But I tell them that the Lord, if his name is Bill, somebody's name is Bill, and you call him Bob, he's not gonna answer. So the same thing with the Lord. If you call him that J word and not Yahweh Shai, not Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, there's no answer gonna be, He's not gonna answer you in a time of trouble, So that's why I hand out these cards to let everybody know, the name of the Lord. Jeremiah 3:15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Romans 10:15. And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. Give this message to Japan. Will the real samurais understand? You copycat us was the plan. Then drove the Hebrew Israelites out the land. Tokyo, yes, they know the deal. Moab, you gon' get yours for real. Chinatown, want it down for a second. Cut your ass up in pieces for disrespecting. We'll be back in your mix like tricks. Breaking your karate chopsticks. No, I'm not alone, I'm with the army of the Most High, so nothing can harm me. To put the kings of the earth under his feet. But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins, talking about our Lord Yahweh Shai. But this man, after he has offered one sacrifice for sins forever, sat down on the right hand of Yahweh for henceforth, expecting till his enemies be made his footstool. For by one offering he has perfected forever them that are sanctified. Psalms 108:9. Moab is my watchpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Over the Philistines will I trumpet. Jeremiah 48:42. And Moab shall be destroyed from being a people, because he has magnified himself against the Lord Yahweh. So that's what they doing. They magnifying themselves. China. They magnifying their selfishness. 43. Fear and the pit and the snare shall be upon thee, O inhabitants of Moab, says Yahweh. He that fleeth from the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that gathered up out of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For I will bring upon it, even upon Moab, the year of their visitation, says Yahweh. They that flee stood under the shadow of Heshbon because of the force. But a fire shall come forth out of Heshbon, and a flame from the midst of Sidon, and shall devour the corner of Moab, and the crown of the head of the tempestuous ones. Woe be unto thee, O Moab! The people of Chamas perish, for thy sons are taken captive, and thy daughters captive. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days, says Yahweh. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. So the Lord gonna judge you, Moab, Asia. Deuteronomy 6:23. And he brought us out from thence, that he might bring us in to give us the land which he swore unto our fathers. And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord Yahweh, thy power, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is at this day. By faith. Hey now, how y'all doing? Can I give y'all this? Thank you. I used to, when I was younger, sell a lot of drugs, and when I was younger, they had a lot of dope fiends out here, and they had money, and they had a whole bunch of traffic. They was coming, and I got tired of giving them my, writing down my number, so I used to give them cards, call me, hit me up, So I'm using that same formula, to try to win souls for Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, to connect with the chosen elect. I might give one of these cards out to the chosen, the chosen elect, and help bring back one of the brethren, So that's why, I use that formula all the time, I used to always pass out, get business-made cards, and put some faulty things on it, car wash or something with the number on it, and give it to the smokers, So now I'm trying to use that same formula to try to win one of the chosen elect, I got 500 cards, and out of them 500 cards, if I just give if one person wake up out of them 500 cards, what I'm saying, the heavens gonna celebrate, just like that scripture say about the 99 sheep and one fell away, and he went back to get the one sheep, and when he got him, everybody celebrated, because of that lost sheep. And that's what I'm, trying to win. I might one day give this to one of the chosen elect, one of our brethren that's lost in the world. Out of 500 cards, if I get one, that's more than enough. Nahum 3:4. Because of the multitude of whoredom of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft. We know who's doing that. They doing that through the border, bringing kids, selling families, getting money, reaping the benefits. Because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot, and we know that harlot is in Revelations. Revelation 17:5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, an abomination of the earth. So America's that mother of harlot. And that's what they doing. Witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, says Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. So the Lord gonna expose this harlot. Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear Yahweh and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel, and marrow to thy bone. Honor the Lord Yahweh with thy subjects, and with thy first fruits of all thy increases. So shall thy barn be filled with plenty, and thy press shall burst out with new wine. Yes. Proverbs 50 and 15. No, Psalms 50 and 15. Psalms 50 and 15. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked, Yahweh says, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou should take my covenants in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instructions, and castest my word behind thee? When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentedst with him, and hast been partakers with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slander thy own mother's son. Yes. And that's gone back to Jacob and Esau. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. That's what Esau do. He sit up and speak against the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. Thou slander thy own mother's son. Slandering his name, slandering anything he's putting together. These things hast thou done and kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set thee in order before thy eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget Yahweh, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. So the Lord thinking about tearing his ass in pieces, which he's gonna do. He's gonna rid him. He's gonna rid us from despicable Esau. Esau the villain. Esau the Edomite villain. Lamentations 4. Lamentations 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for the nations that could not save us. So that's what they're doing with America. They think that America was going to help them, but America is against them. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. you know. And that's how they gonna feel when he shut down on them, you know. When he bring this new shutdown on them, this new lockdown, you know. When he blocked the streets off in the cities and you can't get home if you was at work, you know. If you females was at your girlfriend's house, you know, you can't get home now because you locked in the city. Our persecutors are swifter than an eagle, you know. Yes. And we know that eagle represents America, you know. So they gonna come swift down on you because they already know you. Swifter than the eagles of heaven. They pursue us upon the mountains. They lay wait for us in the wilderness. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of Yahweh, was taken in their pit, of whom we said, under the shadow we shall live among the heathens, you know. So we in a pit right now, you know. But we know that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai got us. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Oz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Yes. So your time is tick-tocking. You already judged. All he had to do is, you know, give his son Yahweh Shai the word, and his sword is already bathed, you know, ready to come down on you. Come down on you. Romans 8. Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. And if children, then herits of Yahweh and joint herits with a Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. You know? So this suffering that we going through now, it ain't gonna even compare to what the Lord has in store for us. Eyes have not seen and ears have not heard, you know, what the Lord has in stores for him that love him. 2 Corinthians 4 and 16. For which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. You know, so you know don't look at it carnal. You know, these things of the world. You know that these things are only temporal. You know, we're looking at the eternal. kingdom, which is to come, you know. Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning. Romans 9 and 24. Even us whom he has called, not of the Jews only, but also the Gentiles. As he said unto in OC, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living Yahweh. Ezra also cried concerning Israel, through the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. So only a remnant gonna be saved, you know, out of all of us, only a remnant. Yeah, and let's show you how that remnant is. Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, says Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So that's the remnant. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refrain them, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. You know, and when he say they shall call on my name, you know, you got to know the Lord's name, Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shah. Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Revelations 2 and 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my word unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he